Hello, you're very welcome to this short presentation on the Bachelor of Science degree in Politics and International Studies at Ulster University. This programme can be taken as both a single honours degree in Politics and International Studies, or can be studied alongside Criminology as a minor subject, known as Politics and International Studies with Criminology. My name is Dr. Gráinne Kelly and I'm the course director for both degree programmes, and I'll be giving you a flavour of the course in this presentation today. So what will we be covering in this presentation? First, why study Politics and International Studies at Ulster University? And what will you learn while you're on the degree programme? How will you be taught and how will we support you as a student on our degree programme? You'll hear from what our students think about the programme and reflect on what future careers are possible if you graduate with a degree in Politics and International Studies. While you have the option to choose to study politics in many universities across the UK and Ireland, we are really confident that if you choose to study at Ulster, you will have an exceptional learning experience. Because we've very manageable student numbers, we are in a position to offer really personalised teaching. Our politics lecturers really get to know our students in lectures, seminars and workshops, as well as on study visits and site trips. The politics team are all highly experienced academics, conducting world-leading research which has real-life impact within the field of politics. By choosing to study politics at Ulster, you're choosing a degree which, from the outset, is focused not only on developing both your knowledge, intellect and critical thinking skills, but is also concerned with your future employability. We want to make sure that during the course of your degree, you gain the skills and experience that are going to set you apart from other university graduates and gain you a solid foothold in the graduate job market. The political scientist Adrian Lefwich suggested that politics is everywhere. To the question, what is politics? He responds, what isn't? Politics is essential to understanding people, power and policies in an increasingly diverse and changing world. And there couldn't be a more important time to really understand how politics works and how it can be analysed and harnessed to be a power for good in the world. During your studies in Politics and International Studies at Ulster, you will explore a whole range of politics-related topics, from the rise of populism to the role of memory in shaping the nation-state. You will explore how conflicts emerge and, crucially, how they can be resolved. You'll have an opportunity to focus on your own particular areas of interest, be they particular themes or topics or geographical regions of the world. For those who choose to study criminology alongside politics, you will spend 1/3 of your degree focusing on modules offered by the Crime and Criminology team at Ulster, exploring justice, punishment and prevention, and how crime and criminal behaviour are related to other social issues. Alongside your study of Politics and International Studies, you will also gain valuable skills in critical thinking and problem solving, in communication and confidence building, and how your academic studies have real-world application. Our political landscape is constantly changing, whether it's new leaders taking power, new ideologies gaining ground, conflicts bubbling up or older conflicts being resolved, pressing global issues emerging, and increasing demands for equality and identity recognition for minority and marginalised groups. During the degree, we explore all of these issues and more. In the first year of the degree, you're laying down the foundational knowledge that is required for you to effectively understand and analyse politics in its various forms and approaches. You'll be learning about the language and skills of politics and developing your own skills as you transition from school to academic study within a third-level university setting. You'll be studying both the formal political structures and systems, but also how politics permeates nearly every aspect of human life. In each semester of your degree, you'll take 3 modules, each worth 20 credits each. In each year, therefore, you'll be working to gain 120 credits. That's 60 credits for each of the 2 semesters, before progressing on to the next year of study. In your second year, you'll be looking in more depth at specialist areas, including the politics of Britain and Ireland, the politics of Europe, and global and international relations. In this second year, you'll also be looking at your future employability as you graduate with a degree in politics, and exploring work placements and internship opportunities to develop your practical skills and experiences. The final year of your degree in full-time mode is focused on applying your knowledge to a range of different local and international political contexts, and you'll have a choice of modules depending on your particular areas of interest. You will also be supported to develop your academic research skills, so you're in a position to undertake your own research study, known as your dissertation module, for which you will get one-to-one support from a member of the very experienced politics teaching team. Your final year modules allow students to show how they can work independently, manage their time effectively, and understand the core elements of rigorous research. These are examples of some of the final year modules which you'll have the opportunity to undertake, including modules on race, migration and ethnicity, transforming violence, and the politics of identity. While students will be most familiar with the lecture and seminar format at university, we do mix things up by having a diverse range of teaching formats to engage our students in their learning. This includes those formal lectures and smaller seminar groups, but also involves more workshop type sessions and, where possible, field trips and site visits to enhance your learning experience. Typically, full-time students will be on campus and in class for around 12 to 15 hours each week during a 12-week-long semester. In addition, students are encouraged to be independent learners, undertaking personal reading and study for around 25 hours in each week. Students undertake a range of assessments from essays to group work and are supported to do their very best in their studies through peer learning, skill-based workshops, and through online supports, including the excellent Studiosity supports which the university has heavily invested in. Our students are supported in their studies with online teaching materials and additional learning resources which are accessible 24/7 on a dedicated website, as well as having access to the state-of-the-art libraries on our Ulster University campuses and all of the hard copy resources that are available in the libraries, as well as being supported by personal studies advisors who are on hand to help students who are having any difficulty with their university studies. In addition to the politics-specific supports, Ulster University students also have immediate access to student support and wellbeing services, which are in place to ensure that all of our students are really well supported through their degrees. You don't need to take my word for it about how good the politics degree at Ulster is. Our student satisfaction rate for politics is very high in surveys conducted nationally. The Politics Single Honours course had an 87% approval rating in 2021, placing it 13.6% above the average approval rating for a politics course in the UK. Our course is in the top 10 for student satisfaction at Ulster University across a whole range of degree programmes on a range of campuses. Here are some of the words of our students. All the lecturers are very helpful and passionate, which sustains and drives my interest. I chose the programme because it allows me to explore a vast array of political ideologies and study the impact of how political institutions have affected modern societies. From one of our students who studies politics and international studies with a criminology minor, they wrote, "The context of the degree offers opportunities to explore a career in the justice system." As mentioned, alongside your academic studies, at Ulster University we are really passionate about ensuring that our students graduate from their degree programme with experience and knowledge to gain employment within a graduate work environment. As such, in our second year, our students undertake a module called Work-Based Learning in Politics, in which they undertake a short work experience opportunity within a range of different organisations, whether it's within political parties themselves, the civil service and government, within local NGOs, non-governmental organisations, or perhaps in schools. The benefit to our students of having this additional work experience is that studies tell us that students are more likely to achieve a higher final degree classification and are more likely to be in full-time professional employment within 6 months of graduating. In addition, it helps to build that professional network that will be so important as students graduate and move into the job market. Alongside students' time on campus in lectures, seminars and workshops, we, as much as is possible, try and get students off campus in order to undertake study visits and develop those networks and opportunities for outside learning. In the past, that has included study visits to London and to Westminster, down to Dublin and to Leinster House, across to Europe and exploring the EU institutions. Students have visited in Belfast, the Girdwood Good Relations Hub and the Crumlin Road Jail. In addition, we often invite guest speakers in to talk to our students, from Westminster clerks to journalists, from activists and human rights workers to those working in the Foreign and Commonwealth Office and the Department of Foreign Affairs. All of these opportunities allow our students to gain that real-world application of politics within their degree studies. You might be wondering, or indeed your parents might be wondering, what can you do with an honours degree in politics and international studies? Well, I can honestly say that for those students willing to put in the work, the world really is your oyster when you graduate with a social science degree. Our politics students are in high demand by employers who are looking for graduates who have both the academic knowledge but also the practical skills to enter that graduate job market. We know from research conducted that employers are looking for students who can solve practical problems, who can manage projects and work collaboratively in team settings, and have the confidence and ability to articulate and communicate their ideas. In the course of your studies in politics and international studies, you will gain that confidence and skill to undertake a range of roles, whether they're directly related to the field of politics or in wider range of avenues. You will become an independent and reflective learner. You will have well-developed problem-solving skills. You'll be able to provide critical analysis of existing policies and problems in society and develop recommendations for improvement. And you will gain practical experience through your work-based learning. We know from our politics graduates, our alumni, that they have entered careers with high starting salaries in a wide range of fields, including graduate jobs in the civil service and the European Union and other regional and international institutions. Many of our former students have followed careers in the private sector, while others go on to work in charities and non-profit organisations. We've had a number of graduates who've pursued careers in the media, in public relations and the wider communications field. Some of our students choose to go on to complete research and postgraduate studies in order to gain additional qualifications and to pursue their own specific interests and passions. What we know for sure is that our students graduating with degrees in social science subjects, including politics, really do tend to start with higher starting salaries and progress up the career ladder rapidly. This research indicates that a high percentage of students are in full-time employment 6 months post-graduation. Students of Politics and International Studies will, from 2022, be based on the new Belfast campus, located within the heart of the vibrant Cathedral Quarter area. With this brand new campus accommodating over 15,000 staff and students, our students will have access to state-of-the-art facilities which have been designed with the needs of 21st century students in mind, and with the need for students to balance both quality academic experience with a positive and enjoyable social experience at university. You can pause this video to read the summary information on the BSc Politics and International Studies degree and scan the QR code on the bottom right for more information. The UCAS code for Politics with International Studies is L200. You can pause here to read the summary information for the BSc Politics and International Studies with Criminology degree and again scan the QR code on the bottom right for more information. The UCAS code for Politics and International Studies with Criminology is L2M9. It is important to note that our courses are continually reviewed to take advantage of new teaching approaches and developments in research, industry and the professions. So be aware that modules may change for your year of entry. The exact modules available and their order may vary depending on course updates, staff availability, timetabling and student demand. You can contact the course team and myself for the most up-to-date module lists. If you do need any more information, please visit Ulster University's website at ulster.ac.uk or email study@ulster.ac.uk. If you're ready to apply, you can visit ucas.com. Thank you for listening to the short presentation on studying politics and international studies at Ulster University. We look forward to welcoming you.